Certificate.
Hello. I need to change the name on my baby's birth certificate.
Summit.
Everest summit is 29,029 feet high.
Nucleus.
The nucleus of an atom is composed of neutrons and protons.
Attribute.
Miller attributed his success to inside information.
Planetary.
Mars, our planetary neighbour.
Lash.
The wind and rain lashed at the building.
Delicate.
Political situation is extremely delicate.
Proficient.
Students are required to be proficient in English, finish high school, and be over 18.
Repertory.
The clerk at the ordnance office is a fellow thespian in the repertory company.
Enormous.
This animal is so huge. It is so enormous.
Unify.
China was first unified in 221 BCE in the Qin dynasty.
Relief.
That's a relief. I was really worried.
Deceptive.
Appearances can be cruelly deceptive.
Miracle.
I guess miracles can happen.
Simultaneous.
The arrest must be made as close to simultaneous as possible.
Paradigm.
I believe I would like to alter the paradigm of our relationship.
Foliage.
He looked up and confirmed that the tree's foliage was thinner than before.
Spontaneous.
This is looking a little more planned than spontaneous to me.
Quarry.
This railway line once carried granite from a quarry to the harbour.
Improvise.
I was improvising. Feel free to change it to whatever you like.
Tragedy.
Mufasa's death is a terrible tragedy.
Outbreak. The coronavirus outbreak has now affected people in over 170 countries.
Plateau.
The Qinghai Tibet Plateau is regarded as the roof of the world.
Novel.
She writes romantic novels. That story's about love.
Decay.
When a person dies, their body starts to decay within minutes.
Avenue.
She works on Madison Avenue.
Potency.
By combining the two drugs, you increase the potency of each.
Benevolent.
Father Christmas is a benevolent character.
Causal. There's no definitive causal link here.
Acquisition.
The business of life is the acquisition of memories.
Unanimous.
This council's decision is unanimous and final.
Ornamental.
The ornamental windows were hung with little white curtains.
Blunt.
Someone hit him hard with a blunt instrument.
Credence.
We feel there might be some credence to some of Farron's claims.
Fictitious.
But what about the bear flu?
There's no such thing. It's fictitious.
Somber.
There is a somber mood in the streets surrounding the hospital.
Doodle.
He spent my whole class doodling in his notebook.
Allocate.
We're prepared to allocate $10 billion.
Blurt.
Are you really Harry Potter? Ron blurted out.
Cradle.
A cradle is a bed for a baby.
Deceitful.
A magic show is an inherently deceitful proposition.
Aftermath.
England and France were living in the aftermath of the Black Death.
Bleak.
My professional prospects are quite bleak in general.
Diminution.
Any diminution in magnetism is likely to be bad news.
Metaphor.
Metaphors are a way to talk about one thing by describing something else.
Committee.
The president of the Japanese Olympic Committee is resigning.
Tropic.
The captain said we'd be passing the Tropic of Cancer soon.
Disrupt.
Your smartphone can also disrupt your sleep.
Exalted.
Unlike you, I do not have exalted ancestors.
Octopus.
Octopuses are curious creatures.
Ambience.
The line of torchlight lamps adds to the somber ambience.
Spectacle.
He rubbed his eyes and put on his spectacles.
Voyage.
Their sea voyage was very difficult.
Revitalize.
They will become brilliant technicians who revitalize American manufacturing.
Onslaught.
Even Atlantis, with all its wonder, may not survive the onslaught.
Arid.
Mars, dry and arid. It's got no water.
Demolish.
If you want to build a better home, first you must demolish the old one.
Clam.
Hi! Today's special is clam chowder, and today's advice is don't eat it.
Nicotine.
Nicotine is a highly addictive, very powerful drug.
Guideline.
The latest guidelines do not recommend that breakfast is necessary.
Signal.
Can we have a signal just in case I need help?
Junction.
The studio is on West 59th Street, near its junction with 11th Avenue.
Abnormal.
Normal treatment didn't work. Abnormal treatment didn't work.
Sympathy.
You have my deepest sympathy on the loss of your beloved child.
Intellect.
Or maybe they'll recognize my intellect and make me their leader.
Thrifty.
Unlike her father, she was very thrifty and did not like spending money.
Drought.
During droughts, many farm animals get sick or die.
Abandon.
They get girlfriends and they just abandon us?
Trivial.
I don't care about such trivial things.
Damp.
The ground was damp, the air cold.
Staggering.
The damage is absolutely staggering.
Ignorant.
You know she's ignorant of Thomas's crimes.
Emission.
They also analyzed greenhouse gas emissions.
Vertebrate.
All mammals are vertebrates, meaning they have backbones.
Range.
As you can see, we offer a full range of services.
Emotion.
Anger is an ugly emotion.
Stiff.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Boost.
Carson's been boosting my confidence.
Microprocessor.
The microprocessor is a miracle. The personal computer is a miracle.
Oceanographer.
I'm a biological oceanographer.
Insanity.
Undiagnosed, syphilis can lead to blindness, insanity, and death.
Successive.
He had been away for a very long period, over 2 successive years.
Alternate.
Yeah, I know, said Ron, who was skipping on every alternate step.
Burgeon.
As mischief has become easier, the hacker crowd has burgeoned and mutated.
Dull.
Man, smart people are dull.
Stanza.
Read the first stanza of the poem you find there.
Cowhand.
A cowhand herds cattle past a petroleum processing plant.
Spacecraft.
We got a spacecraft with a science laboratory on Mars.
Disgust.
People here'll believe anything, said Ron in disgust.
Lore.
And most of the vampires' lore is crap.
Meticulous.
He was meticulous in his attention to detail.
Dawn.
At dawn, the first rays of sunshine are weak.
Bruise.
She had several bruises on her arm.
Abut.
This is in Yukon, a Canadian territory that abuts Alaska.
Condiment.
The dish is simply incomplete without these condiments.
Discourage.
That may discourage people from smoking.
Glitter.
It is an old saying that all is not gold that glitters.
Indignant.
She was indignant that he had read her mind.
Amalgamation.
A juvenile amalgamation of our names. Sheldon, Amy, Shamey.
Tortuous.
Then it's a tortuous 80-foot descent.